Coming right up, the Heat taking on the Pistons. For the Heat, they've been off kilter all year. Just a single win in 9 games. They want to balance the scales. Pistons, Heat, the tip-off, coming right after this. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
In that matchup against the Bucks, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, the NBA changed the lottery odds in 2019 to encourage competition among its conference's least successful teams. But some want even more to be done. They call for eliminating the draft altogether. Another potential solution, a play-in tournament for teams 7 through 10 in each conference, which would eliminate the need for trying not to win as much as possible during the regular season. However it's done, the league has stated its desire for parity. Kevin?
Great, DA. Thanks. In the new season, Chris, every team wants that fast start, but when you really think about it, how important is that in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it depends on where you are. Like, let's think about Houston last year with the injuries. You don't want to get to a slow start where you're fighting for home court advantage. So it's very important. And usually veteran teams know that first 2-3 weeks of the season is when you can sneak teams. And if you're a younger team and you understand that, wait a minute, it's all about attention to detail, focus, and playing hard, you can get some pretty nice upsets early, because when for young teams, once the scouting report comes out and teams hone in on you, it might be a little bit more of a difficult season as the days go ahead. Yeah, watch out.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose and Jackson to the backcourt. And it's Doumbouya in at the 3 spot. And for Miami, in the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Winslow and Butler comprise the backcourt. And it's Hero in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Here's Jackson. Sinks the 15-footer.
And you can see that Jackson has put a lot of work in on his mid-range J. Definitely a legitimate threat from there.
Winslow against Rose. Winslow, the pass to Butler. And here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Olynyk. That one goes in.
Strong finish by Olynyk. I mean, he's gotten stronger, and you can see that.
Left side, Griffin. Off target from outside. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Hero. Lays it up off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rose with the ball. Butler covering. It's tipped. Here's Hero. Rebound, Detroit.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Griffin kicks to Rose. Drummond in the post. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Jackson misses.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Adebayo. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They've come out with guns a-blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size. And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
To stop the run, and the jam by Doumbouya.
Defense is what Drummond prides himself in, especially when it comes to letting his quick hands generate offense for this team.
Here's Hero. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
And the first one drops. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021, when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
And when you give Griffin an inside lane, he's going to pounce on it. I mean, the defense has to lock him down.
Passes to Winslow. Now here's Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. Adebayo passes to Butler. And he uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pistons trail by 7. Outside Rose. Outside Jackson. No good on the 3.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And the jam by Doumbouya.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now here's Winslow. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The pass to Adebayo. Olynyk against Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. Griffin with the steal. Now Detroit moving it up. Doumbouya gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3. The Heat leading by 5. To the paint. And Olynyk kicks to Winslow. Olynyk inside, defended by Griffin. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Oh, I love that aggressiveness from Olynyk. I mean, he can create his own offense. I mean, we all know that, but that time with a little cleanup work.
As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Fifth on the list, the Pistons.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Winslow, one up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game. Pistons trail by 9. Rose dishes to Drummond. Pass to Griffin. Oh, that's blocked.
Oh, and he's the rare player with the shorter arm span than his height. I mean, Olynyk is still going to get his share of blocks.
A shot by Griffin. Nobody around.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Pistons shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
That free throw, no good.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
He hits the second from the line.
It's a brand new era in Detroit, Kevin. I mean, Dwayne Casey has been given the reins, and there's a lot to like about the future. In this short time, has Detroit excited.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now here's Rose. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Minnesota.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
And Chris, for the Pistons, as we know, it's been a while without sustained success.
Yeah, Kevin, they are hoping that last year was a foundation-type season. I mean, they had good results for them as they built this roster. This team is forming an identity and rebuilding the right way.
Winslow's shot is off. Pistons trail by 8. Right side, Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Olynyk.
An absolute behemoth inside. Griffin excels at using his size and athleticism to draw the foul.
And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
The first free throw is good. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Christian Woods checked in for the Pistons. Tony Snell comes in for Blake Griffin. For the Heat, their last game a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. To the middle. Shots good by Kennard.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Jones. Outside Leonard. Back to Jones. 6 to shoot. Waiters outside. No good that time. And the Pistons now going the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
Here's Snell. Here's Galloway. Waiters grabs the miss.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Jones, the pass to Waiters. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 5-point game. That one good for 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
He'd have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Now here's Dragic. His last outing, 16 points for him. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Pistons trail by 5. Here's Kennard. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota. He kicks to Morris. Back to Kennard. It's tipped. Clock is at 3. The Pistons shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about... very strange.
Now here's Leonard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Galloway. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Passes it to Snell. Here's Wood. He's covered by Leonard. Clock at 6. Morris passes to Wood. And it's the Heat on the break. Waiters leading the charge. The kick out to Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. Jones, that's for 2. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And the Heat lead by 9.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
1:36 left in the first quarter. Galloway taking his time here. There's the pass to Wood. There's Galloway. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Here's Kennard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Dragic. Waiters outside. Back to Dragic. Releases. That shot missing. And the Pistons now going the other way.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Waiters. And again, Detroit turns it over. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Outside Dragic. Down low. Waiters up top. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Got a piece of it. And they're pushing it up. The shot's good from Kennard. And now it's only a 5-point Heat lead. Now Dragic. The shot. No good. 1 second left. That one, no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 5. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are, just have fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Johnson and Leonard together up front. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Jones in at the small forward. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
And that one falls for Dragic.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Johnson. Hero comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Butler in for Waiters. Both free throws good from Dragic. Just when it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's 2 names, Andre Drummond and Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place, because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast on the boards.
First one falls for him.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Adebayo is checked in for Leonard. Good on both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Morris finds Jackson. Over Butler. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Jackson.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Pass to Hero. Butler with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers. Puts it up. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Pistons trail by 7. Here's Kennard. He's got 6. Pass to Wood, and it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Winslow's checked in for Miami. Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Rose comes in for Luke Kennard. So it's Detroit now. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 6 to shoot. Jackson laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Miami leading by 5. Outside Butler. Passes it to Olynyk. Over Morris. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist by Butler. 8 points for Kelly Olynyk.
And this is the level of unselfishness that Butler brings. A total pro who moves the ball well.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And here's Rose. No points in the game yet for him. And Drummond kicks to Jackson. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Rose against Winslow. Here's Hero. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Man, the mobility of Drummond is important to his team. When the ball is lobbed his way, it's game over for the defense.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Adebayo. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jackson kicks to Rose. And he's good on the 3-ball. Rose has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Heat with the lead. Now here's Winslow. Now Adebayo. And the pass to Winslow. And Butler, here we go. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. 8 points for Jimmy Butler.
Contact doesn't get to Butler often. I mean, he uses his strength to his advantage in these situations.
Pistons trail by 4. There's Jackson with the 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Heat shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Here's Hero. Pass to Winslow. Adebayo kicks to Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you could say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Now here's Griffin. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Minnesota.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Here's Hero. Pass to Olynyk. Stolen by Jackson. Now Detroit moving it up. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Oh, man, and Jackson is terrific at playing both ends of the floor, and his trademark quickness, really putting forth a great effort on defense to come away with that steal.
Now here's Winslow. Outside Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Look at the elevation on that drive and the strong dunk. Flight Butler is clear for takeoff.
For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Rose. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
It's been a huge night for Butler. I mean, here's a guy who can shoulder the load offensively any night.
Rose against Winslow. Steps back and fires. Rebound by Olynyk.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that one's a stunner.
Winslow, the pass to Adebayo. Goes back up. The kick outside to Butler. Heat moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hero. Good D by Drummond. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 3. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Now here's Winslow. Passes it to Adebayo. Kicks it to Butler. Pulls up. Good D by Drummond. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's Hero following the score by Reggie Jackson. Outside Butler. Lets it go with the 3. Hero no good.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Doumbouya dishes to Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. That one off the back iron and out.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Hero. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally. Well, after dealing with some injuries the last few seasons, Kevin, the burst of Reggie Jackson just hasn't been there. However, he's transitioned into more of a spot-up scoring role with the team last season, and he took to it after some time.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Pistons, Tony Snell's checked in for Doumbouya, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. And he's good on the second. And with Jackson, as you said, C-Webb, it took some time for him to adjust to playing off the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, but once the adjustment was made, he looked great. It's never easy making a big change like that, but if you buy into it, it can work well for him and for the team as they have Blake Griffin doing more of the playmaking within the offense.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Dragic with it. Outside Leonard. Now here's Dragic. He's guarded closer.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Drummond. 4th in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespass. He's in the lane.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. And that one falls for Dragic.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And he makes both free throws. Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Galloway kicks to Jackson. The pass to Galloway. Outside for Griffin. The three. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists in the game. The Heat trail by 4. And here is Waiters. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Dragic taking his time here. Clock at 6. Leonard the pass to Dragic. Releases from the wing and drills it. Dragic has got 6 in the quarter. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Snell. 5 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. The offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Now here's Waiters. He kicks it to Jones. Feeds it to Johnson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Pistons go the other way with it. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. But Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. 16 feet away, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Griffin. 16 points for Reggie Jackson.
Amazing awareness. He's committed to keeping his eyes up and teammates involved. That's the type of player Griffin is.
16 feet away. No good from Dragic. Pistons leading by 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Wood, he's checked in for the Pistons. Luke Kennard comes in for Langston Galloway. It's blocked, and there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Pistons have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. That one misses. The Heat trail by 9. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Free throw, good. Waiters. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Griffin. Here's Morris. Shot clock at 4. Up again, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Reggie Jackson firing on all cylinders for Detroit. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Reggie Jackson is having one of those nights. He had 16 points and 1 rebound. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Well, they just didn't produce enough offense. I don't know if it's because they were expending so much energy on the defensive end, but clearly they have to take a look at this. What plays are we calling? And how can we improve that? And they have to do it fast, because if they don't, this game is going to run away from them.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Reggie Jackson has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
The Heat trail by 8. On the floor for Detroit, Rose and Jackson to the backcourt. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Doumbouya in at the small forward spot. Now here's Winslow over Griffin. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Winslow's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Miami. Detroit leading by 6. Outside Rose. Inside. Griffin draws the double. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Jimmy Butler. He's right around 17 points a night, almost 2.5 steals and 4 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
That one, no good. Good D by Drummond. To the inside, Boya. While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. You take a look at Hero. So solid around the basket, currently 3rd in the league.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
That's good from Boya. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Heat trail by 7. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Detroit, they're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And checking out Miami, down 5 spots from them.
I think for the Heat, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Oh, we all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Heat have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Rose against Winslow. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Butler can get up. I mean, people take his hops for granted. That's the easy flush.
Pistons leading by 7. Outside Rose. Pass to Jackson. A 3-ball. Miami grabs the miss. Olynyk got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Winslow. Pass to Hero. Back to Winslow. And he banks in the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Piston lead.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now Rose. This one for 3. They get the rebound. Griffin passes to Drummond. Over Adebayo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Okay, I see Drummond's offensive game starting to evolve a little bit. He's learning how to trick the D with the nice pump fake.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, yeah, and Andre Drummond is the epitome and maybe the last of the traditional center. And with that said, it hasn't been easy to find a match for him in the post. But Blake Griffin might have changed all that.
Now here's Winslow. He's got 6. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Oh, and the coaching staff loves this effort. They want Drummond to keep swatting shots like this.
And Adebayo throws it down.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And Chris, as you said, Griffin and Drummond work well together.
Oh, they do, Kevin. The two make up for each other's weaknesses and complements each other's strengths. I mean, Drummond has been playing with confidence, having some of the best games since Blake has come over in the trade.
Butler against Rose. Butler with the block.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
First free throw is good.
I mean, come on. This guy is a walking nightly double-double threat. Andre Drummond's bruising power on both ends really makes an impact.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Winslow against Rose. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last. Rose scanning the floor. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Adebayo. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Hero. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Rose against Winslow. Here's Kennard. He has 6. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Kennard's got 8.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here's Winslow. 6 points for him. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. To the paint. Here's Doumbouya. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Here's Hero. He has 7. Pass to Adebayo. Five on the clock. Kicks to Winslow. The Heat need to get a shot off. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Then for the Pistons, Wood, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. Out left to the wing. Now here's Doumbouya. Covered by Winslow. Here's Wood. Here's Doumbouya. It's blocked. They get it back. The Heat trail by 6. And it's Dragic off the drive. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got his 4th assist in this one. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Now here's Griffin. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it up. And too long on the shot.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Dragic finds Butler. Out to the right wing. Lets it fly. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Dragic. Here's Galloway. A floater. Rebound by the Heat.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. Fifth on the list, the Pistons.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. A different look for Miami. Johnson, he's checked in for Leonard. Jones comes in for Justice Winslow. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Butler. Then for the Pistons, Markieff Morris comes in for Blake Griffin. And Tony Snell subbed in for Doumbouya. Here's Galloway. And there's the pass to Morris. Over Johnson. Here's Wood. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Wood's got 7 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Waiters finds Johnson. Now Adebayo. And Morris comes over to help. Jones, the pass to Adebayo. For the tie. On the basket by Jones. Jones has got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Morris. Over Johnson. Morris, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Here's Kennard. He's got 8. Here's Galloway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Goran Dragic.
I love seeing this from Galloway. When he forces the issue, it puts the defense in a tough spot.
And Chris, one thing you have to like about Galloway is that he's always prepared to play.
Yeah, Galloway is the type of player that can see 5 minutes on the floor in one game and then start and play 25 minutes the next one. I mean, just think about that focus for consistency. The production can be hit or miss, but he's a great plug-and-play option for a coach in need of filling minutes.
And the first one at the line is good.
And what I like about Galloway is that he knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He's a dependable player.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Pass to Adebayo. Raiders on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Really left alone that time. Waiters got his 2nd basket of the night. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Dragic. Passes to Wood. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. Lets it go from deep. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. So for the Pistons, Jackson comes in for Tony Snell. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Langston Galloway. Miami's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Dragic against Rose. Dragic dishes to Butler. Over Rose. It's Butler that time on the assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 4th assist in this one. Rose kicks to Jackson. Over Butler. Rebound by Butler. The Heat with the lead. And Waiters has it in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. And the wide open shot from Morris. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. Adebayo passes to Butler. The shot missing. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Dragic. 1:22 left in the third. Adebayo against Morris. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Butler. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Stepping inside the 3-point line, Butler showing he can score from the mid-range.
There's a minute left to play here in the third. Rose passes to Wood. The dish to Jackson. With the teardrop, and he sinks the layup. Jackson's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
Even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Dragic against Rose. Dragic dishes to Waiters. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Reggie Jackson. Free throw, good. Waiters. Olenek, he's checked in for the Heat. That one is no good.
A little bit shaky at the line there. I mean, he did the important part and got him in front.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Morris outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Butler with the ball, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Dragic with a wide open look, and he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
The third quarter comes to a close. Heat out front, up 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pistons trail by 4. Filling out the wings, it's Waiters and Butler. Johnson is out there with Olynyk, and it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
And that one, good. 22 points for Jimmy Butler.
Oh, you got to admire Butler's toughness. I mean, he's always ready to take on the defense and score on them.
Here's Rose. Down low, here's Wood, and he dunks it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
From 10 feet out, now the pass to Dragic. Waiters outside. Johnson kicks to Waiters. 4 on the shot clock. Dishes to Olynyk. Rebounded by the Pistons. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Rose passes to Jackson. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Heroes checked in for Dion Waiters. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Andre Drummond's checked in for Christian Wood. Here's Kennard. Pass to Morris. 2 points. That one goes.
Morris is such a gifted scorer in the paint. He utilizes both his height and weight to get deep inside.
Rose against Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Dragic. Butler against Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Reggie Jackson. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Goran Dragic. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in, and so Butler nails both of them.
Oh, the 30th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. It's been great to see Butler blossom into a perennial all-star.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. Olynyk, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Doumbouya's checked in for the Pistons. And that one misses.
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
Now here's Winslow. Griffin with the steal. Left side Rose. No good. That would have tied it.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as he gets. It's just a fluke.
And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league.
And he makes the first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
Now Butler. After Sekou Doumbouya misses from long range.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Drummond. Empty that time from Leonard.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
And both free throws good for Drummond. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
Now, here's Adebayo. Back to Butler. Over Jackson. Kept alive. Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by Drummond. Passes it to Rose. Back to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, it doesn't get any high percentage than this. I mean, check it out. Drummond feasts on these type of opportunities.
Now here's Winslow. The pass to Hero. And it's sent back by Drummond. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. He kicks it to Doumbouya. Fires from deep. He shoots again. Drummond. Jackson in the corner. No good with the triple.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. The Pistons trailing. Rose passes to Griffin. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. There's Winslow, and the shot goes in. And the Heat lead by 3.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Adebayo against Griffin. It's hauled in by the Heat. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Pass to Hero. 6 to shoot. Pass to Butler. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Griffin looking it over. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, you better give Griffin credit. He's outstanding at forcing the issue, getting the defense to whack him.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
Love watching Griffin play the game. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his abilities. He's terrific at staying aggressive.
Butler, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Kicks to Doumbouya. They get it back.
Oh, he attacks the glass with a ferocity that you have to see to believe. Rebounding, that's his forte.
And the Heat call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, We're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win, guys.
Now, here's Adebayo. Passes it to Winslow. Adebayo against Drummond. There's Winslow. Miami no good on that time either.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Rose gets a wide open look. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, and with the maturation of Drummond, his game, it's something to watch. He's got it going on tonight.
Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Lobbed up there for Drummond. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Hero from down low. Leonard the pass to Hero. Back to Leonard. And that one drops for him. And now a 3-point Miami lead.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
And that one's good. Drummond.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Here's Hero. There's the pass to Adebayo. Over Drummond. Pass to Hero. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Adebayo. No good off the back of the rim. And, well, Detroit shooting 40% from the field. Jackson finds Rose, and the basket is good. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Leonard the pass to Butler. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Pistons leading. And here's Rose. Jackson in the corner. Over Butler. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Rose. And he makes the first. He's off on the second.
Boy, they would have loved to grab the lead there, but you can't make them all.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Pass to Griffin. Great D that time from Leonard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Elbow. 2.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. The Pistons trail it. Outside Rose. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. And there it is for him.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The Heat shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Here's Hero. Up top, Adebayo. Clock at 6. He kicks to Winslow. Passes it to Hero. Fires the 3. Here's Adebayo. Right side Leonard. He feeds it to Butler. Over Jackson. It's Butler that time on the assist from Leonard. Butler's got 28.
And Butler has been in these spots before. I mean, he's comfortable having the ball when it matters most.
And, well, Detroit shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Left side, Griffin. Lays it up and banks it in.
And showing why he's considered a leader. Griffin wants to be the guy taking these important shots.
Winslow, the pass to Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. And there's the feed to Winslow. The shot will not fall. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Leonard against Rose. Outside Griffin. Jackson has the open look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop.
Oh, such a tough-minded player. Butler relishes the opportunity to make plays in the clutch.
And Detroit has possession. A 2-point game. Rose passes to Griffin. And again with the rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Well, when you feed Drummond the rock, you won't be disappointed. Doesn't matter what point of the game it is, he provides for his team.
Here's Hero. Outside Butler. The pass to Hero. 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Butler. Great D that time from Griffin. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
As a kid, Jackson saw a lot of the world. His dad was in the Air Force, so he lived in Italy, England, North Dakota, Florida, Colorado. He was all over the place. Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Leonard, good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. The score is tied at 99. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Andre Drummond.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Rose. Good!
And Derrick Rose, accustomed to carrying a team offensively, taking and making big shots down the stretch. Nothing new to him.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 2. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Winslow dishes to Butler. Missed it. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Oh, you got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 4. 3 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the three as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the three-point line.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win tonight. What do you think was the ultimate factor?
Just playing defense. Our defense turned into offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just fall away back into the game.
Yeah, you hung in there and were able to come back and overcome the deficit. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.